Hey, gang, it's me, Dr. Steve. And have you been noticing that something's been happening to the woke economy of late? I know I'm not talking about just Bud Light and Netflix and Disney. The Fitch Ratings Agency has actually downgraded the credit rating for Biden's economy from the top tier AAA, which we had for decades, down to AA plus. Now, of course, Janet Yellen and the other Brandonite cronies are doing everything they can to spin this economic embarrassment. But the vast majority of pundits out there recognize there's no way around it. That's bad news. It's bad news for Biden, and it's bad news for the American economy. However, we've got amazing news. As the mainstream woke economy continues to collapse, the parallel economy dedicated to faith, family, and freedom is rising. As retail politics grows and nationalist patriots and conservatives, Christians ascend as the dominant consumer base, the parallel economy continues to surge. Today, I am joined by one of the most exciting pioneers of the parallel economy, Christian entrepreneur and e-commerce expert, Alex Albarran. Alex is on the forefront of building seven-figure online businesses dedicated to faith, family, and freedom, and he's showing fellow patriots how they can do the same as well. And Alex has a little gift for you, so make sure to stick around to find out what he's got. Alex, welcome, my friend. It's great to have you here.
Absolutely, Dr. Steve. Thanks for having me. That's an amazing intro. I wish you could just walk around with me in every room I go into. That'll be my introduction. That'll be amazing.
There you go. There you go. You deserve it, my friend. You deserve it. I mean, we got a lot to chat about with the economy and the world of patriotic e-commerce. But I got to ask you, I did a little digging and I found out, I'm going to fanboy on you a little bit. I found out you're a member of Trump's private Miami golf club.
Yeah, I'm a member of his Trump Miami club. I've been to Mar-a-Lago many times.
So
I've actually met him. Yeah.
Have you met him?
Yeah, I've met with him. I've spoken with him, and he's been, every time I've met him, very generous, very just great conversation, a genuine person. I wish people could see that side of him. They see him in the media, they see, CNN bash him, but if they just talk to him one-on-one, he's an amazing person. I'm actually going to propose to my girlfriend at Mar-a-Lago. Hopefully she does not watch this. She has no idea yet. So this is the one interview I'm going to say, babe, don't watch it. Give it a few months.
No, it was a disaster.
He's an amazing guy. I've met him a few times. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, everyone says that. Even his enemies say that. Even his enemies talk about just, like the CNN crowd, the MSNBC crowd. When they do meet him, he's just an incredibly genuine and wonderful person. Absolutely. All right, let's deal with some of the unpleasantries, shall we? I mean, obviously the Biden economy is tanking. Even mainstream financial establishment agencies are giving it bad ratings. Wages continue to stagnate. And yet Biden and his surrogates over at like MSNBC are all telling us that the economy is surging under Bidenomics. Obviously, nobody buys it. We see all the polls. In your opinion, how much longer can the Fed and the White House keep up this facade?
Not much longer. I mean, my prediction is that they're keeping rates high so that there's have a kind of a low starting point for the economy. Leading up to 2024, they're going to lower rates, give the economy a fake artificial boost so that Bidenomics can appear to be successful. So when he's debating President Trump, he can act like he knows more about the economy than Mr. Trump does, but it's going to falter. Home affordability is at an all-time low. I just read an article on Bloomberg that 16%, less than 16%, of Americans can afford a single-family basic home. 16%. That's 16 people out of 100 people, hardworking patriots. That's unacceptable, and so they're going to have to start cutting rates very, very quickly. Again, they're going to try to give the economy a fake boost, but nobody's going to buy it.
Right, right. Nor should they. We talk a lot on this channel about the rise of what's called the network society, how the world's increasingly reorganizing away from huddling up around industrialized cities. And instead, the world is sort of dispersing and decentralizing as more populations connect through networks, through being online. And what I really love about what you're doing is you're on the forefront of connecting patriots to this new world, this new online economy. I mean, even calling it an economy, it's this new online reality. I mean, everything's going online, universities, you name it, databases. how have you seen e-commerce become a successful business venture for patriotic, hardworking Americans? I mean, we're talking people, who were doing the 9 to 5 and so on, but then got plugged into this more e-commerce based online world that's rising.
Absolutely. I think for most people, like you mentioned on your channel, they want faith, they want to focus on their family, and they want freedom. But to get true freedom, you need financial freedom, which in today's economy, expenses are not just going to go down, they're going to keep going up. So your income has to go up as well. But most people, they've had a 9 to 5, they've had a career, they're getting by, they're surviving, but they're not thriving. So to
Yeah.
get true financial freedom, the wealthiest people you and I know are business owners.
Right.
But for most people, they don't have the time to figure out how to start a business, especially online. Maybe they're just getting used to the internet and using AI and all this crazy technology. So they need help building a business online so they can have true financial freedom, which will give them actual time freedom to spend again with their family and on their faith. And so the e-commerce market is a $1.4 trillion market
Wow.
with a T. Like you and I don't even know how much money that is. Nobody does. That is an amazing amount of money, and it's only going to get bigger
Right.
every year because people, especially since 2020, they've been spending money online out of necessity, not just convenience. And so
Right.
even the boomer generation, they are spending money online. They're going on Amazon once or twice a week, then every day, then multiple times a day. And so the online marketplace is only going to get bigger and bigger. But again, most people, when it comes to starting an e-commerce business, they just don't have the time to figure out how to make it work, where to get products from, where to ship products from, how to get suppliers based in the United States. Because there's so many overseas suppliers that dominate the market. And so that's what my company and I help our clients do. And it's been getting amazing results.
Yeah. So I think what you're saying there is so key because we all know the world is changing. It's becoming more and more organized around networks and online. And yet so many of us, and I think this economy testifies to, so many of us continue to work as if we're still inside an industrial age, right? When it comes to sort of, breaking free of that, when it comes to starting an online business, recalibrating ourselves around this emerging network-based world, is this something anyone can do? Or is this something, is e-commerce only for the elite few?
It's quite the opposite because you don't need to be elite. You don't have to have a Harvard MBA to start an Amazon business. It's for anybody. I mean, I'll even share my personal journey. About 7, 8 years ago, I was a kid out of high school. I helped a few friends of mine in a church men's group start their own Amazon business. And that's how I got my first taste of success in the e-commerce marketplace. But I had about $1,000 to my name, less than $1,000 to my name. So I took that money, I took my car, I sold the car, used all that money. I was working at a Starbucks on my laptop every day trying to make this business work. And that was only 7 years ago. And then last month, my business did over $250,000 last month. I mean, back then, if I was making 6 figures a year, that was life-changing money for me. I mean, I
Yeah.
come from a lower middle class family. And so it just shows that if I can do it, anybody watching this can do it.
Yeah. You're talking to a former professor here. I
Mm.
mean, wait, 6 figures doesn't it even compute in my mind
Mm.
for
Like,
years,
wow,
decades.
6 figures, like, woof. But then once you
Six
start a
fig-
business and you see the
exactly. You must be
opportunity
a
out there,
gazillionaire. That's right. But
exactly.
like
Nowadays,
you're
that's not even getting by, just six
yeah,
figures.
exactly. And then like you're saying too, online when you have a
Hmm.
24/7 churn, as it were,
Hmm.
$250,000 in a month is so doable. It's astonishing.
Hmm.
One of the things that's so interesting about the network society is that it reorganizes social order intentionally more around shared values rather than the labor market principles in the industrial age. So the industrial society was shaped by proximity. So we all gathered together where there were jobs, right, in
Hmm.
the cities and so forth. Whereas the basis for gathering together through networks is actually more shared values.
Hmm.
What I really like about what you do is you recognize that you put your faith front and center of
Hmm.
this new world rising, a world increasingly organized around the eternal values of faith, family, and freedom. How's your faith in Christ influenced you in your business journey?
Mhm. Well, I think the biggest thing about my business, which is like you're saying, faith based and faith centered, it's focused on the fact that I've been given certain gifts and certain skills by God. We all have certain skills given to us by God that I feel I need to share with the world, I need to help people with. And I feel it's revolving around helping people make money online, which seems like a simple one sentence explanation, but it covers marketing and generating sales and websites and technology where a lot of people have other skills and like you're saying other jobs or they're a mechanic or they have other technical skills but they don't have really the online skills themselves. And so I think I was put on this earth to help people by serving others with the skills that I've been given. And so that's how I look at it, where I don't want to have these skills and just be selfish and hold them to myself. I want to help as many people as possible in whatever capacity. Even if somebody watches this video for free, they start their own online business, they become successful, I still feel that I've done my job, I've served them. And so that's how I look at my faith and my business. It's not just doing business with integrity and honesty, which I do, and that's a forefront of how I build these long-term relationships. But at the same time, it's all focused on how do I work with people, serve them with my skills and abilities, and help them become free.
Yeah, it's awesome. And you're certainly getting the attention of some pretty formidable people. Kevin O'Leary, I noticed, is giving you a huge shout out. That's Shark Tank. That's very cool. Give us tell us more exactly. What's achievable in this new world of online business, and how do you help Patriots achieve that kind of success?
Mm-hmm. Well, if you look at in terms of income, revenue, whatever your number is, sky is the limit. But I'll talk to everybody watching this directly where you have limiting beliefs about what you're capable of. They absolutely do. And it's something where we grew up kind of, let's be content. Like, you don't need that much money. We thought of rich people as they have some secret sauce that we don't have access to. Like you're saying, they're elite. We don't know what they're doing. But it's a very, I would say, not easy, but simple process of building wealth, because you don't have to build wealth to buy a Lamborghini. You can build wealth to give more to your church, to give more to your family, to be more generous. And so, if anything, it's selfless to think bigger, not just be content at, I'm getting by, I make good money, we're doing okay, I don't need an e-commerce store. It's like, what if you could 10x your income? How many more lives can you change? How would your family's lives look differently, not just today, but over the next 5 generations? So I'll implore anybody watching this, if I can do it, if Dr. Steve can do it in whatever capacity, you can do it as well. But you have to think bigger. You have to get outside of your comfort zone, because that's the only place where growth happens.
So it's amazing you say that, Alex, because that's exactly what happened with me. That's kind of my testimony in this sense, because I was in academia for 20 years and I didn't want to leave. I had the YouTube channel was starting to grow. We were starting to see some income that made academia look very implausible for the future. But I still couldn't let go. I mean, I was just like, but that's what I got my doctorate for.
You're
I mean,
comfortable. Yeah.
Yeah. And you just kind of, like you said, it's just, I think I had very limiting beliefs, and I never saw myself as, oh, wait a minute now, maybe I can exchange the classroom for a camera. Maybe I can exchange the lectern for a microphone, and maybe I can exchange reaching out to dozens and dozens to millions and millions. And it's just this mindset shift. And I think you're absolutely right. All right, you have a special offer apparently for the first 5 Patriots from my audience who click on the link below and sign up to work with you on their e-commerce businesses. Is that right?
Well, I thought it was going to be 5, but I'm going to sweeten the deal and make it 1. But this is going to be really juicy, really, really juicy.
Ooh.
So,
All
one
right.
person who clicks the link, fills out the form, talks to my team and I, they become a client. One person is going to get an all expenses paid trip to Trump, Miami, 5-star hotel, all expenses, flight for
Dang.
you and another person, flights, hotel. We're going to play golf. We're going to hang out. You can meet other members. Maybe President Trump shows up. You never know when he's going to pop by. And so for one person, I thought 5, I could maybe give something to 5 people that was okay, but I think this is going to be amazing for one of your audience members.
Yes, underline amazing. Gang, that's
You're
amazing.
like, I want to take advantage of that. You're like, let me sign
Right.
up.
So hold on a sec while I click on this link here. That's right. Before anybody sees this, that is so cool, Alex. It's the first time I heard this. This is great. I just heard you had a nice little gift for them. That is awesome, gang.
Thank you.
As you can see, this is an amazing opportunity, everyone. As you know, one of my passions here is to get you out of the work world of corporate America, the woke world of corporate America, and more plugged into the rising Patriot parallel economy. Here's your opportunity to do just that. Click on the link below and begin today to outflank the Biden economy, take control of your own time, your own finances, and get this amazing bonus from Alex. You may even meet President Trump out of it. Wouldn't that be cool? Isn't that great? So don't wait. Click on that link below right now, and let's get busy building a world of faith, family, and freedom together. Alex, man, thank you so much for all that you do. Keep up the great work. You're invited here anytime, and give my best to 45 when you see him again.
Absolutely. Will do. Thank you for having me, Dr. Steve.
Thank you, Alex.